Hey guys, this is Kerbal with Tape, and today you join me for another subscriber submissions video. And the first thing we're looking at today is a submarine. This is the small thing I'm doing before the big thing in the video, as I like to do. It's a really cool thing, it's just not the main part of the video. If you've seen the other ones, you'll know that that's how I seem to do it now. So this is a submarine, basically, and you can drive it right to the shore. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use Vessel Mover to put it by the shore. And then using these ore tanks, which are pre-filled with ore, which makes them very heavy, as I discovered in Road to Exploration, when my ore tanks just sort of sank. They will sink to the bottom of the ocean. But the nice thing is when you get into the ocean, it doesn't straight away sink, because these wheels are actually incredibly buoyant. So what I'm going to do is there's a bit of a lip right here, and I kind of want to drive all the way down, so I could use the wheels to float my way all the way out and then sink down into the ocean. But I think it would be more interesting to kind of see the, see the terrain going down into the ocean. So that's what I'm going to use this for today. I'm going to hit the ocean a little hard, but that's fine. So there we go. And you can see it sinks and then floats. And then I'll put SAS on, and then I'll decouple these wheels, and I'll start to sink. And nicely, these have landing gear on it, and in fact landing legs for actually properly kind of locking yourself to the bottom of the ocean. And then now we can just fire up the engines, which all work underwater because KSP, which is great, by the way. I hope they never change that, otherwise submarines wouldn't be possible. And because of the massiveness of these tanks, we can just drive it right down. And this is the way I want to do this. I want to just drive down a cliff underwater. I think that would be interesting. So yeah, I love this. As I don't think I said, but this is from Blast Away Gaming. And thank you for sending it to me. It's great. It's cool. I never really made a submarine. I accidentally made one when I tried to bring that all back from Minmus. But this will be really cool on Eve as well, because Eve's got a purple ocean. There have been submarine missions before, but I think they were modded. And also Lathe has an ocean, of course, so this could be a cool little exploring thing. Maybe there's science on the bottom of the ocean, who knows. It also has lights for when you get really deep, which is really nice. It looks like we're probably going to sink more slowly than the incline of the slope now, but that's fine. We probably don't want to drag all the way down the slope, so let's just kind of fire up the engines a little bit and get going. And of course, control surfaces still work very well underwater. It does have a bunch of SAS units, but yeah. And now we've got some more rocky cliffs down here. I like this sort of thing, where you go somewhere you wouldn't usually go, and that's usually on Kerbin, because Kerbin's actually one of the coolest planets in Kerbal Space Program. But we rarely explore it. We usually just leave straight away. But I mean, that's one of my favorite things about Fall of Kerbin, actually, and Collaborative Warfare when it was about, was that we could just sort of we went around Kerbin so much and got to see like the mountains. And I like that we've set Fall of Kerbin in a totally different bit, because it's kind of a totally different bit of Kerbin you'd never go to. It's awesome, and this is a good example of that. You never see under the ocean, and yeah, it's just a few rocks, but I think it's really cool. That's one of the things I love so much about KSP, is you can just find stuff just by accident, you know. It's great. But yeah, and then this can go all the way to the bottom of the ocean. If I want to rise out, I guess I can start jettisoning some of this ore out of these smaller tanks. I assume that's what it's for, just letting me kind of either balance myself or whatever it may be. And if I really want to start going up, I guess I could jettison some of these big tanks. Yeah, let's see how fast we can get it going. Let's jettison all of the ore and see if we can see how high we can launch out of the ocean. Okay, we're rising pretty fast. That's not bad. Any more ore we can jettison? I don't think so. We're actually not going that fast. Let's fire up the engines. See how fast we can get going, how high we can jump out of the water. This is a surface missile. There we go. And got up to 100 meters. So not even 100 meters. Fail. Anyway, and then it can just land gently in the ocean. Anyway, let's move on to the main part of the video. This was great. Thanks, Blast Away Gaming. It was always fun to see something different. So the next thing we're looking at is, of course, a BD Armory thing. Last time I didn't do any BD Armory. This time I'm going to look at some BD Armory stuff. Next time, I've got a bunch of cool space stuff from people. If you sent me space stuff, I know I haven't really looked at it yet, but there's a bunch of it. And I'm probably going to look at that next episode. But hey, anyway, so this is from, hard to say, on the email it says from another Dora, or this guy called Kevin, still omitting second names. And yeah, this is the X7, which is an awesome looking, just ridiculous attacker. And I love this because it's very kind of obsessive and quite pretty. If you look at all of these different parts, there's just like a wing over the whole surface, so it's very smooth and looks more like a real plane. The nose is raised almost like a Sukhoi or a MiG. I do very much like that detail. There's just, it's very, well, when flying this I realized how obsessively designed this was, and it's really cool. So let's just take off and start looking at it. I love the giant kind of whole body wing sort of thing it's made of. And yeah, it's a hypersonic bomber, I think. What did he actually call it? Long-range high-speed bomber. Yeah, it can reach any part of Kerbal. It carries drop tanks and a huge number of missiles. So yeah, let's pull this up. It uses ramjets, so we can get up to incredibly high speeds, which we can. Well, let's fire off the weapons. Yeah, let's play around with the weapons a bit. So we've got 50 calibers for shooting down other planes, I guess. Of course, some turrets all over it. We've got some AGM 104s, which I believe are the Maverick missiles. Oh no, those are the Hellfire missiles. Interesting. So we could bomb some stuff with that. I'm sure this could destroy pretty much anything. I'm going to basically just fire off every missile so I can see how maneuverable it is when it's just void of missiles. And then we've got, I think, the Mavericks, yeah. The AGM 65s, air-to-ground missile, I guess, is probably what that means. And yeah, there seems to be quite a lot of lag when you fire a missile in BD Army now. Yeah, so we've got a nice cluster of them now. And then we've got some anti-aircraft missiles, some AMRAAMs, some AIM-120s. They're just going to fire. Wow! Ooh, I may have put too many missiles in the sky. Let's turn around and just forget that they exist. Okay, the lag is gone. And then we can open up the cargo bay, and we've got a nice complement of Mark 82s. So we can bomb the KSC a little bit. And the really nice thing about this bomb bay is actually revealed after you've dropped the bombs. Ooh, it pitches up a little bit, I think. Maybe I've accidentally trimmed or something. So we're going to just bomb the KSC quite nicely. A lot of lag when I'm dropping. Oh! Yep, exploded the plane. Okay, let's take off again. I want to show you the inside of the bomb bay because it's really cool. So yeah, let's take off again. And then yeah, we'll just open up the bomb bay and drop the bombs. And then we'll take a look at it. And then we'll maybe do some supersonic flying, maybe just take a look at it. And then we're going to look at the next plane because there's another cool one that I sent, and we'll have a bit of a fight with that one. So yeah, let's drop some of these bombs. I really should have... Wow, okay, that didn't happen before. Interesting. Interesting. I guess we'll just try again. I think maybe it's because I'm pitching up too much. Yeah, right. Also has flares and chaff. Nice. I miss the old days of BD Armory where everything was simple and you didn't have to do loads of crazy bullshit. It's like one of the most advanced freaking air combat games now, and it's not even about air combat. 7 toggles team, guard mode, AI pilot, nice. And second controllable front wheel. What does that do? Oh my god, it has a second wheel. Why? Who knows? What a weird little detail. Anyway, let's open up La Bombe. Let's drop the Mark 82 because I want to see inside this because it's really cool. And we'll be and again. Interesting. That is weird. That is weird. Anyway, what I was gonna say is just it's not worth all of this. Basically, the inside is just it's plated with armor, with metal, which I thought would stop that happening, you know, but apparently not so much. But I just really like that. It was very obsessive. Something you won't even see until you get inside, but you can see up the top here. This is all just like plated with metal. Maybe it's just for mounting the bombs, but to me it almost looked like if someone was shooting up at you, it would resist a little better. And it's just very obsessively engineered. These are drop tanks, because then it can go even further. And then it's got all of these weapons on it. I love the giant wing. It's got a bunch of air brakes. It's got another wheel, I guess, if the others break. I just really like this because it's kind of different, you know? I like giant wings, and it's just cool. Probably spent too long trying to drop those bombs. Yeah, so let's see how fast we can get it. We'll ditch some of these missiles. Yeah, let's just ditch the Mavericks because they're really heavy. Let's see how fast they get, do you suppose? Probably really fast. Yeah, ditch the AMRAAMs. There we go. Yeah, the game seems to pause right now when you do that. Anyway, so let's climb. This would have been great in collaborative warfare. Sadly, Fall of Kerbal is in World War I currently, and is going into early World War II in a couple of turns. So, you know, probably would be a little out of place, even though it is rather nice, and has just beautiful, like... It's interesting because its wings are tilted down, and then it has a tailplane, and its rear control surfaces are tilted at 45 degrees, which I guess adds a lot of maneuverability, which is very nice. Just quite a well-designed plane, and I very much like it. I want to see how fast we can get it, and then we're going to move on to the other bit of this video, which is a slightly less conventional supersonic fighter, which I think is really cool. Yeah, I guess I could try dogfighting this, and I probably should have prepared some targets and stuff, but you know what missiles do to ground targets, they destroy them, and maybe I'll try a quick dogfight with this, just out of interest, at the end of the video if we have time. But, you know, I just want to take a look at it, just love how much, just express my love for all of the beautiful wing surfaces and all the little minutiae in it, like the metal inside the cargo bay. I don't know why I like that so much, but I do. Yeah, and the air brakes kind of covering the engine. It's just very, I don't know if it was intentional to look this obsessively engineered, but it is. And the Sukhoi looking top bit, yeah, it's just great. Yeah, so thanks to Kevin or whatever you're called. Your username's something different to your best regards. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Looks like it's going to get pretty fast because, you know, it's got sort of like 6 giant engines on it, 6 ramjets. We need some scramjets in KSP. Not that I remember exactly what they do, but I know they exist and I want them. There's probably a mod for that. It's like iPhone, there's an app for that. Remember that when iPhones came out and they made like, they're like, oh, there's an app for all of these things. And it's like, yeah, man, it's just computer programs. Of course there's an app for all these things. I really hate that everything's called apps now. I know I'm getting off topic, but right now I'm trying to get up to speed, so I'm going to complain about apps. Ugh. I'm probably not going to be able to live in a world where I can just write awesome software for the desktop PC. Not even a laptop. Fuck your laptop. Just sit at your desk on your desktop PC. Oh, I was born too late. Or too early. I don't know. Just at the lamest time. Anyway, yeah, so it looks like it goes pretty fast. I mean, it's a big plane, so it's not going to, you know, break a kilometer per second. And maybe it would if I'd flown a little better. But hey, 900 meters per second. Pretty nice. If it had those drop tanks on there, we'd have pretty good range. And then, yeah. So anyway, let's look at the final part of the video. I spent far too long trying to drop the bombs out of the cargo bay. When I first tested it, it didn't explode. I guess it's just I was doing something wrong. But hey, thanks to Kevin for this. It's great. So the next thing we're looking at is sent to me from Loudon Lightning, whom I essentially signed all yours Android Elite. So Loudon Lightning or Android Elite, whatever. I think you've actually sent me some crap before, but hey, you've sent me something new. And this is, I guess, supposed to be a Supersonic B-52, which is pretty cool because it's using ramjets on a giant bomber, and it's got a few bombs in the cargo bay. There are some, and a bunch of SAS units, which I guess makes it pretty maneuverable because you don't need control surfaces when you have that many SAS units, I guess. And yeah, its weapons are pretty much just airborne lasers for shooting down things chasing me or in front of me, be it missiles or planes, and then about 1 million Mark 82s. I tried to drop them all earlier, and I got bored. You know, there's too many bombs. So it's great because this is a fairly conventional idea, a supersonic plane and a fairly conventional plane, a big bomber, kind of combined into one. I mean, the wings are swept, but it's not exactly like you know, it's not exactly like this standard idea of a supersonic bomber, and I do very much like it. And I want to see how well these airborne lasers work, so I may well send up some fighters against this and see how much damage I can do to the KFC after we see how fast it can get with a full bomb payload. These bombs are also on the rotary mounts, which are cool. It means you can just like put a bunch of bombs in a circle and then drop them. It's great. It's part of BD armor these days, I think. Yeah, it should be. It's hard to tell because I have it in Fall of Kerbal, but we have so many mods, it's sort of unbelievable. So yeah, it's actually going supersonic already, and I'm going to see if I climb a little more, I can get it going even faster, because that'll be pretty cool. So yeah. I love stuff like this. Yeah, and on a quick... Oh, it has some flares. What do the action groups do? Let's see. 9, I think, actually drops a bomb. What do we got? I think 4 was flares. Yeah, you got flares and chaff. You got... Ooh, I think that may be the cargo bay. Yeah, that's the cargo bay. Let's not open that at supersonic speeds. And then you got that button that does nothing. That changes weapon, and I think this button drops them. So let's not drop bombs into the cargo bay. That would be a little foolish, I would say. Yeah, I was going to say, on a quick note, if you have sent me stuff, I think I mentioned it earlier, but next time I'm going to do some more spacey things, because I've been sent some really cool space stuff, which I haven't had much of a chance to look at, because I've been looking more at the war side of things, because, you know, it's a little bit of fun, but hey, that's pretty cool. And you know, I get sent a lot of things, and I do often look back through them, so, you know, if, so yeah, your stuff may still be in there, even if you sent it to me a long time ago. Yeah, look, we're getting up to some pretty insane speeds. We got 600 meters a second currently. This could outrun a lot of fighters if they're not using ramjets. Oh, we're going to push through 700 meters per second. I can't really control this a ton right now. It's at a weird profile. Oh, 750 meters per second. It's getting up to 800 meters per second. Pretty impressive for a B-52 Stratofortress. I mean, it's yeah. Actually, is the B-52 the Stratofortress? I thought that was a smaller one. I'm totally not googling this right now. Or is it the Superfortress? Yeah, it is a Stratofortress. I just love the name, Stratofortress. Yep, that's 900 meters per second. That's pretty impressive. If I'd done this with the X7, I bet it would have gone up to a kilometer per second. Okay, now this is about to get up to a kilometer per second. This is pretty ridiculous, pretty insane, pretty cray. 975 meters per second. Let's try and flatten out a bit, although I doubt I'll have much success. The wings won't really bite the atmosphere too much up here. 990 meters per second, pretty impressive. Oh, and there we go, a kilometer per second in a B-52 Stratofortress, although this is actually called I've totally forgotten the name. It's B-30E Maelstrom. I guess, because if I turn now, it would look a lot like a Maelstrom. And just dive down, see what happens when you pull this hard at a kilometer per second in a giant bomber, and then we'll go back and try and do a thing where I bomb the KSC and some fighters try and shoot me down. Because that seems like the standard thing I do in these videos with this kind of stuff. Come on. Okay, I kind of doubt much is going to happen, but hey, let's see if we can explode it. Nah, it doesn't look like a ton's going to happen. Are the wings going to start flexing and breaking? We'll see. We'll see. I'm committed to this. I'm committed to breaking this plane. It's on fire a bit, but I can't see that being an issue. And, ooh, achieved a kilometer per second again, but much lower in the atmosphere. I'm just trying to do a loop-de-loop, and it's got a radius of about 10 kilometers, this loop. It's actually probably more than that. I'm probably going to hit the ocean. Come on! Break the wings off! Oh, they're starting to flex. They're starting to flex like crazy. Wow. I think this might just survive. Oh my god, is it going to do the loop? Do the loop! It's pulling 15 Gs. And we complete the loop. That's impressive. This is an impressive plane. Let's go shoot it with fighter jets. So here we are back on the runway with the B-30E Maelstrom and 3 Thunderbirds outfitted for fighting with 250 caliber machine guns on them because I just don't want them to have any firepower, and some Sidewinder missiles because I want to test out these anti-aircraft, well, these point defense lasers. So my plan is to fly out, come back, drop a bunch of bombs on the KSC, and then see who wins. 3 fighter jets, looking kind of like the Korean War fighter jet. It's a poor country. Kerbin's like in Africa, so I mean, look, yeah, I mean, you know. So yeah. Oh my god! Oh! Okay, cool. It's quite a fast plane. Sometimes you don't think it is, and then it is. But yeah. So I'm going to drop a bunch of bombs. Probably not all of them, because I mean, come on, dude. Why do you hate me? And then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to see who wins. Lasers of death, or planes with small machine guns and heat-seeking missiles. I want to say the fighters aren't looking super good for this, and this did manage to do a loop, just like a freaking loop, a vertical loop. I mean, in fairness, the vertical loop was sort of, you know, had a radius of about 10 kilometers, but hey, it still did a vertical loop, so I mean, you know. So this probably will be faster than those fighters, but those fighters do have afterburning turbojet engines with a pretty impressive gimbal, so Who knows? And they tend to spool up a lot faster than ramjets. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. We've got 4 Kerbals in here, probably all heading to their death. No offense to the designer of the plane, I'm sure it's more than capable of just murdering everything, because that appears to be what it looks like. Yeah, it's. I mean, I was just taking a look around, seeing if there's any very impressive looking control surfaces, but that's what I like about it. It's a very kind of standard looking plane, and then it just goes crazy. So I want to level out so I can quick save, because I'm inevitably going to fuck this up about 50 times. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of these videos are very edited, because the product before editing isn't like super great. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to throttle down a bit, so I'm... You know what, I can bomb supersonically. Last words. What do you mean I can't bomb supersonically? Of course I can, I'm amazing. And then he died. Bombs aren't dropping. That's because I'm pressing the wrong button, probably. Which button? Oh, it's 9. Oh my god, I've totally missed the KSC. We're going to have to dive down. Okay, we're going to have to go into a dive bombing run in a B-52 Stratofortress. Not what they were designed for. Oh! Remember when I said I'd fuck this up about 50 times? I was not kidding. I can save this! Not so much, no. Well, at least they're taken off. Oh guys, quickly, take off. We got enemies coming in. Who's the pilot? I think it's Tape. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go get a coffee. He'll die. He has a propensity for... Oh! When the aerodynamics turn off for a second and then it kicks back in. Alright, so let's open up the cargo bay. Let's press the right button. We'll just start bombing everything because we can. Yeah, you can see I could just drop bombs for days. And the only real problem is BD Armory seems to like to lag quite a lot when I drop bombs now. Never noticed that before, but often my series are quite laggy, so... Yeah, I'm just going to drop so many bombs so I can get as light as possible before I have to engage these planes. Not that I'm going to be maneuvering a lot, probably just mostly using the death lasers. Which incidentally can be used as space lasers, but aren't particularly effective. Penguin just messaged me, what's ETA on the vid, and I'm like, can't talk right now, I'm, you know, just performing a ridiculous maneuver. One problem of this plane, my only criticism, is it drops all of its bombs from one side, so now it's gonna like have a natural roll, which isn't super great. But yeah, anyway, I was saying that these can be used as space lasers, but at 70 kilometers they're pretty weak. Murdered. You hear something? Oh, right, the bombs. Wow, I took out one of the satellite dishes, so that's impressive. What happens when I just turn guard mode on? Let's see. Do I need a radar for these, do you suppose? Yeah, probably. Oh, we got jammers. No, not really. It doesn't seem like we got... Seems like guard mode should just do it itself. I miss old BD Armory where it was simple. What are the flares button? Fire the laser, bitch. It's not going to fire the laser, is it? Okay. Well, that's fine. Luckily, I have... Oh, that's drop bomb. Flares! There we go, I found the button. I know what I'm doing. Okay, hopefully when I get close enough it'll actually start firing the airborne laser. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. This isn't the most maneuverable of planes, but it is a giant bomber. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm just thinking I might crash. Oh! Well, oh, there go the lasers. Do they, though? Please, laser. Laser better. Oh my god, laser. Laser, kill it. Murder it with fire! Oh, no, we're fine. We just missed a couple engines. We don't need them. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is incredibly durable. I mean, I'm missing a few engines. Okay, well, it took a lot of missiles to the face. That was impressive. Like, a lot of those missiles hit, and it just sort of... Okay, so the airborne lasers... Not super effective for shooting down missiles. I guess if they were chasing me, it would be more effective because I'd have more time. But in kind of a lateral climb, lateral. I've got to really start enunciating more. My job is talking. So yeah, as in this job, my actual job. I don't have an actual job. I'm a student where I do computer science, so I do the opposite of talking. I sit in dark rooms and write code. The truth. Yeah. fair few bombs. Just drop it all from one side. It just makes it a little harder to, you know. I blame my maneuverability on that. Well, let's just keep dropping them. Oh, we're actually descending. Yeah, I'm going into a dive maneuver. Drop some bombs. Wow, I haven't even gone through half of one of these stacks. That's a lot of bombs. I kind of feel bad, you know. Just like probably gonna murder everything in sight. Anyway, let's close up this cargo bay. Turn on the guard mode, and hopefully just murder them before they take off. Are you shooting down your own bombs? God damn it! No, wait, I take it back. Oh, I shot down one of the bombs. I think these lasers have to be closer. Oh, that's why it has so much electric charge. Yeah. Well, hey. Oh, wow, we just ruined that. That was nice. We ruined them. I reckon I can just probably escape away from these Thunderbirds. I'm going to make them chase me, effectively, I think is my plan. Oh, I'm going to keep the throttle up, because if I'm turning, I'm going to lose all my velocity. I'm going to hopefully try and just get them to chase me, because I think that's where I have the best chance, because firstly, I'm faster than them, and secondly, I can shoot missiles from behind that way. So I'm going to turn this way, hopefully get them on my tail, and just run out to sea, where I'll probably die, because this is quite a large ocean. Okay. I think I turned all their ranges up. Hard to say. Who knows? Yeah, I think they have... Oh! Don't worry, we're good. We're good. Fire the laser. Please fire the laser. Oh! Oh! Yes! Victory for Vegeta! Okay, quickly. Up! Pull up! Pull up! That was my fault! We don't need that, whatever it hit. We don't need any of that. None of that. Do you see that SAS module just kind of slide out? I can still fly this. Wow, this is incredibly durable. Just got hit by another missile. It's got no weapons current. This is fine. I can fly this. Don't tell me you don't have a weapon. There's a weapon right here, you piece of shit. Oh yeah, bitch. Yeah. I'ma kill you, son. I want to use it. Oh, guard mode's on. Use it. Why can't I use it? Why can't I want to shoot you in the face. I want to shoot you with a laser. You're such a dick. Anyway, yeah, I think you need some kind of equipment to use that. Anyway, so in conclusion, just run. Just don't fight. Just run in this plane. And it can also do crazy loops and just lots of stuff. But I'm recording for ages because this has just been a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed this. Next time we will be less focusing on the war side of things. And, oh, I've still got plane. Maybe taking a look at some space stuff. But yeah, as always, send your stuff to gamingwithtape@gmail.com if you want to maybe see it in these videos where I just fuck around and, you know, do whatever. But yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. This has been Casper with Tape. I'll see you next time.